What's up everyone, some guy here with another Alliance War video. Season 26, war number 11. I know I'm a bit behind on my war videos, but they're coming up one by one. This is we're versing against PYBC. I think we have faced them in the past before. They are of a Russian alliance, I believe. I think we usually do win against them, I believe. But going on path 5 here, we have an ebb and flow knockdown and power drain. It's a red Hulk on it's a rank 3 one. I will be using Quake. It's a very easy Quake fight. You just gotta drop the heavy when he's stunned and concussed to shut down the protection. And from there on, it's a very easy quick and shake fight. I could probably even do it with you could do it with probably anyone for this fight. I went with Quake to save some health from my other champs. Just because of his heat charges, since he does inflict some energy damage or incineration damage or some kind of damage into your block when he has heat charges up. So I guess that's why he's placed here. I'm not too sure, to be honest, but I'm just gonna use Quake to save me some health or any mistakes. I guess if you can't get hit by him, he does hit pretty hard, but other than that, it's a very easy quick and shake fight or any fight. We're a fight for anyone. Moving to the next fight, we have a rank 3 Nick Fury on Ebb and Flow knockdown and heavy hitter. Pretty common placement back in the stubborn days, not as common nowadays. Usually I think he gets placed on the Mixmaster node, but I'm going to be using Quake again. She just bypasses pretty much a lot of champs and nodes. For this fight though, I was a little bit nervous just because Nick Fury hits mad hard in his second phase when he's stun immune and he's got that Fury. For this fight, you just have to make sure you don't mess up with Quake or anyone actually, because he just hits so hard. I think a 5-hit combo can usually just knock you out with any champ most of the time, especially if you are not immune to bleed and Quake isn't, and he's got class advantage over me. So you really do not want to mess up on this fight with Quake, because it's pretty detrimental if you do mess up, especially in the second phase. Even the block damage can be a lot in his second phase. I think I used to try and Quake this guy on Stubborn, and it was a kind of a nightmare on... it was just a bad matchup, just because on the second phase, you have to block right before the Aftershock expire to shut down the Indestructible, and you take a ton of block damage, and if you mess up, and he starts throwing heavies, and I personally can't evade his heavy very well in the corner, so that could be a nightmare. But going to the next fight, we have another rank 3, steady bit of Fury, heavy hitter, and power alternator, Mordo. Usually I do use Torch or something, but I'm going to go with the Quake again. She does kind of shut down his power gain if concussion is up. But you have to make sure concussion is up in the event if he dashes towards you and while his power gain is cooldown is expiring, then his power gain will come back. As you can see, I think right here, yeah, his power gain does come back. I should have parried before, but I just didn't, and but luckily he was pretty much almost dead by then, and he goes down without too much trouble. Going to the next fight is another rank 3 Dormammu on Power Snack and backup recovery. Yeah, I'm gonna be using Quake. I'm gonna shut down Power Snack just by not having too many aftershocks on him, so that way the stun timer is gonna be very short. So that way you can dex while the extended concussion is up from the aftershock expiring. That way you can bank your precision buff and not worry about power snack, and then just quick and shake from there on. If you do accidentally drop a heavy, I think you can degen from Dormammu, and then from there on you would have to probably play heavy parry, or you can try shutting down the power snack again, but it's going to be a little bit harder since you're pretty much into your regular cycle, so the aftershock stun timer is going to be pretty long. I think but this guy is probably running a max limber, so you can probably get away with it, maybe a little bit, but probably safe to just heavy parry as well. I don't think he hits that hard on the block, so pretty safe fight for Quake. I think Torch can do this fight as well, but Quake I think is a little bit easier. Going to section 2 here, we have this Sasquatch, finally a 5-star on Ebb and Flow intercept and I forget the other note, power drain. I don't say this, that's right. I'm gonna be using Doom. He's not the best counter to this node, but I couldn't bring another counter. I think I was only able to fit him on. I forget why I need Doom. I think for a mini boss later, yeah. It's been a while since I updated the since this war. I've been a little bit behind on my war videos. I'm trying to catch up a little bit. There's just been a lot of contents lately, and I'm just trying to finish them all. So this fight, I'm just gonna try and intercept a lot to shut down the protection. I don't want to heavy stun heavy stun shock him, just because he's a large champion. He's affected by protect. I don't want to trigger protect, since Doom's heavy crit can possibly, well, will most likely trigger protect, and I would have to intercept. I would hate to having to intercept when I already kind of need to intercept with the ebb and flow intercept node here. So right here he's in wrath mode. He's going to be unstoppable, and he's going to gain a lot of power, or get power back after he throws his special. So I'm just gonna try and play it a little bit slow here. I do get back to my wall a little bit, but I'm able to get some special to get me out of it. Yeah, I'm just trying to look for an opening here. He does get a lot of power. I do like to push him to his SP2 more, because it's a lot easier to evade in my opinion and punish. His SP1 you can punish as well, but you have to be kind of quick on the if you're late on the dex on his rock throwing, you can get parried by him when you try and punish, or he can dex you. So that's the thing with Sasquatch. And then I think when he gets to like a lot of charges, he starts taking like very to no damage, or little to no damage, because of the protection node as well. Right here it's shut down, so I can do some damage in. I probably could have thrown some SP2 cycles, but he was pretty close to his wrath mode. I didn't want to risk it and having him go into wrath mode when I try to do my Doom in the middle of my Doom cycle, so I just opt out of it. So right now I'm just trying to play a little bit slow and not get punished by him. I am also trying to shut down protection and get some intercepts in. I do get a lot of good intercepts in. Some of them are pretty risky, some of them I just went for it because I saw an opening. For the most part it went pretty well, I think. This fight is a little bit long just because of ebb and flow intercept, and I wasn't able to constantly get the intercepts in when I wanted to, but towards the end here it goes pretty well. Yeah, I was able to fully dex his SP1 and punish him for it. Got the timing right. A lot of times I have actually mistimed before, and it was just a little bit late, and if you're a little bit late he can, like I said, parry and dex back. So it's not the safest to punish his SP1 unless you're pretty confident about it. So right here he does start triggering his regen. I'm gonna just throw my SP3. I think he's in his wrath mode as well, so he's gonna come out. Yeah, he's gonna come out not stun immune. I think I just threw the SP3 just to get some damage in whilst the passive fury is up and protection is down, since I knew he's gonna be pretty aggressive in his wrath mode, and the SP3 is guaranteed damage. So yeah, it's a pretty long fight. It's almost 4 minutes into the fight. He is almost down though. I think I was trying to throw some SP2 to lessen his regen, but I think he stopped regenning. Yeah, and then and I was able to shut down the protection because of assassin. So it was a really long fight, and luckily I didn't make any mistakes. Some close calls, but I got through it with Doom. Doom is really tanky. He was able to take a lot of block hits even when Sasquatch is in his wrath mode. Going to the next fight, we have a Kingpin on ebb and flow intercept and redouble determination. I don't think I've ever fought him on this node. I'm going to be using Doom again. I got really lucky here and got saved again by the Quake and Nick Fury evade synergy. I was able to dex or evade out of that mishap there. I think basically I parried him and I thought he was stunned, but of course he shrugged the stun off and I tried to go in and he was punishing me, but luckily the evade synergy saved me. So I just have to look out for that, and he's able to purify a lot of debuffs, so it's not the safest to parry him. Yeah, I'm trying to get some light intercepts in to shut down the protection, but because of redouble determination, my medium attacks, well, even though it's a little bit of shock, when the shock does stick, I do use a lot of power. So I was able to get a nice intercept in here, so I'm just trying to... he is going to gain a lot of power just because of redouble determination, but he does shrug a lot of times. He does shrug off the shock debuff, so that does help a little bit. I do get some kind of risky intercepts in here, yeah. Like those walking intercepts, they can be pretty risky just because the AI can sometimes just... It's kind of unpredictable. Sometimes they'll dash in towards you, or they'll walk towards you and then they'll dash in immediately, or as you're dashing in, they'll just throw a light and intercept you instead. Or intercept, yeah, you intercept. But yeah, it's a pretty long fight as well. But I believed in Doom. He's really tanky, so I went for Doom because I couldn't fit another counter in. I think besides Doom, Omega could probably work as well, maybe if you're running Suicides and you're good with him. But I'm not, personally, I'm not the best Omega player. I know Steel would probably take this fight with Omega. He's a great Omega Red player, one of the best I've seen. But yeah, he's pretty much down. I just had to intercept a bunch of times and risk a little bit, but got the job done. And moving to the next fight, we have a rank 3 Void on Everflow Intercept and Redouble Determination and Crumbling Armor. Pretty common placement here due to Crumbling Armor. I'm going to be using Nick Fury. I'm going to just try and intercept a lot. Just a lot of intercepts this war here. And also try and just use only my 4-hit combos. That way the 4th bleed is very short and I don't have to worry about Redouble Determination as much. I do get a nice intercept in the beginning. I try to time my combo well so that I can get rid of the debuff in time, or the debuff timers. And I do trigger armor break a little bit, but I was able to get out of it. This fight wasn't as smooth as my last Void fight, but it goes fairly well, I think. But yeah, not the cleanest fight. I do like to push Void to his SP2 just because I can easily punish it. You can punish his SP1 as well, but ever since I got destroyed at one time from punishing late, I'm just kind of not trying to risk it in war anymore. Maybe if I do more practice, I'm sure I can get it down, but yeah, I'm just gonna stick to just to fully dex it and then parry it since I can parry him. Right here, he does have that debuff on me where he has a chance to fail my dex, but I was able to dex and got pretty lucky there. Because I know I've had some times where I dex and the dex failed and I just eat the SP2, so that could have been really bad, but I got pretty lucky that the dex did not fail. I'm not sure. I think there might be like a certain percentage where it can fail or not. I don't know exactly, but I wasn't paying attention, and it was on that debuff that was on me, so I was pretty lucky that it worked out my way. So yeah, I just need to maybe intercept. I probably don't even need to intercept him. He's pretty much already down. But I do go for another intercept, I think, right here. Yeah, I saw an opening, just went for it. And that pretty much sealed the fight for me. Yeah, so not the cleanest fight. Took a bit of degen damage and so, but got through it. And moving to section 3, we have a rank 3 man thing on recovery and vigorous assault and indomitable. I'm just gonna be using Quake. He gave me a nightmare last time when he was on power snack, and I just messed up a bunch of times, and he was being really passive, which was really annoying. And I took a death there, unfortunately, but this one's indomitable, or in vigorous assault and recovery, so it shouldn't be a very problem for Quake. I'm just going to be using Quake and Shake. Very easy Quake and Shake fight. I did boost up a little bit since he has a rank 3, but I don't think he has that high of a physical resistance, I think. It's going to be a pretty easy fight. I think most champs can do this fight if you can counter the regen a bit. I think he does regen when he gets past like 50% health or something. I forget. Warlock, Torch. Actually, I don't know about Torch because he can use poison on you. But maybe if you're aggressive with Torch, I don't know. Torch might not be a good matchup. Maybe Warlock is better. Yeah, Warlock's probably a lot better matchup. But Quake can do it very easily. Very safe fight for Quake as long as you can Quake and Shake. But yeah, pretty simple fight for Quake. Alright, moving to the next fight here, we have a rank 3 Hulkbuster on Stunning Reflection and Polka Dot Power and Stun Vulnerability. I'm going to be using Doom. I think that's the whole reason I brought Doom for this fight. But looking back, this was not the best option for Doom just because of Polka Dot Power. I was looking at Polka Dot Power right here. I was like, wait, this might be a pretty hard fight for Doom just because I'm relying on Doom's SP1 to nullify his armors. And so right here, I do decide to pop the advanced power boost so I can get the special one going as fast as I can. And I'm going to be trying using a lot of mediums to trigger the shock debuff to try and get as much power back as I can. But you're going to see here, it's going to be a struggle for me. But right here, I think I tried to intercept. I got lucky. The evade synergy saved me here. So I throw my SP1 to try and nullify his armor as much as I can, and Also trying to get these shock debuff on him to get some so I can get more power back. His armor ups come up quite often and a lot of times, so you have to keep up your SP1 with Doom a lot. Because of polka dot power, it's pretty hard to do it just because you're constantly trying to get the shock debuff on him. And but yeah, and the good thing about his SP1 is pretty easy to evade and punish. I get a lot of good standing intercepts in this fight. But there are very risky intercepts here. I was very surprised I got all of them. I think I was just pretty confident just because of the Nick Fury and Quake synergy, the evade synergy on my side to back me up a little bit. But I did use a 1-up at the very start of the fight, so that was a little bit unfortunate. But I do have 2 that I can kind of rely on as the fight goes. But as you can see here, I'm doing a fairly okay job with keeping the armor up down. I get some nice stand-up intercepts here against the wall. I just threw the SP1 here. I'm not sure why. I should have saved that one, to be honest. Just so when his armor up comes back, I can easily nullify it and just fire it. But yeah, so right here, his armor up comes back. I don't have an SP1. I definitely should have saved the last one instead of firing it. I was afraid I think I get to an SP2 or something, but no, I barely have enough power to get to an SP2 in this fight. It's just gonna be me and power SP1 pretty much the whole time. So right now he gets 2 armor ups, so he's gonna start lowering my I think defense or attack, I forget, one of the ability accuracies. So I'm gonna try and fire my SP1. So this one does nullify both armors, which is good. But he's just gonna get more. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to constantly. So right now I am behind on my SP1, so I'm constantly trying to intercept here and get my power back as fast as I can with the shock debuffs. But with the armor ups, he's lowering my ability accuracy, so some of my medium attacks aren't even giving him the shock debuff anymore. So yeah, right now I was kind of in trouble a little bit, and I was afraid of timing out, to be honest. I know he's got like not that much health left, but he's got 2 armor ups right now, and I don't have a power Bowery. I finally get a power. He's at 2 power here, and he gets three armor ups here. I was able to nullify 2 of them. And I think my SP1 isn't even power draining that much anymore too. So right there I got close to SP2, so I was trying to fire my SP1 as fast as I can. I was able to get that out. But yeah, it was a pretty tight fight. So right now he's got 3 armor ups, and this one doesn't nullify any of his armor ups. I was like, oh boy, is he gonna start like getting a bunch of armor ups and I'm gonna be stuck like fighting him forever? I was a little bit worried, but I think this SP1 does nullify 2 of them, which is good. But yeah, it's a very aggressive fight. I just had to keep my shock debuff on him as much as I can and try and intercept as much as I can to get that shock medium on him and trying to get the SP1 and fire those. So as you can see, I'm at like 200 some combos now. He is almost down though, which is the good news. I just have to make sure I don't trigger protect or anything, and it went well, but it was a really heart-racing fight, to be honest. It was almost a 4-minute fight, and it was just constantly intercepting and trying to keep my SP1 up. It was pretty stressful, I'm not gonna lie. So I think Hyperion would have been a lot better option than Doom next time. Going to the next fight, we have a rank 3 Juggernaut. Yeah, crazy. For brute force and spry, I think, and also limber. I'm just gonna be quaking this fight. The important thing about quaking this fight is because of class advantage, you only lose about like half your health from brute force. But the important thing is you don't want to drop your heavy, just because if you drop your heavy, you're gonna trigger brute force again, and that is gonna be your way out, basically. Yeah, if you trigger brute force again, you're gonna have to start hitting him, just because you're gonna lose your health. You're gonna get to assassin's range and you're just basically gonna die if you trigger brute force again. So the important thing is make sure you don't drop your heavy. Sometimes it can be hard due to limbers because the stun duration is pretty inconsistent. So you just have to look out for his when he's gonna get stunned and so on. But yeah, this was a pretty good war for me. I went itemless solo on my fights. Unfortunately, we're a little bit behind, and we do end up losing this war. We just died too many times compared to our opponents. They did really well. Congrats to them. This does pushed us down to 18th place in Plat 2. So yeah, we're not able to reach Plat 1 anymore. So we have secured Plat 2. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.